this is Rosie Kelly. So today I wanted to start a new tutorial. I wanted to do a fairy book, and I'm going to be using the Fairy Sparkle collection by Little Birdie. I did share with you my haul from Little Birdie. I got all kinds of beautiful papers as well as some flowers, and they're all so beautiful and such a good price. So I'm gonna put the link to the store on the description box down below. So I wanted to start with the fairy because number one, I love fairies and I have so many ideas for this paper collection. So let me do a quick walkthrough of what the pages look like in case you didn't watch the other video, but I'll go ahead and link it below as well. So you get 12 designs, 12 pages, I think, yeah, 12 sheets, and it is such a good heavyweight quality that I think we're gonna build the book straight onto the paper. So we'll see what we're gonna do. I love these little fairies over here, so I want to turn these fairies into a beautiful 3D page. We'll get more into that, but look how pretty they are. So artistic. Love the background as well. And I actually like the fact that they don't have faces. I think they look so sweet and so elegant. Look at this one over here. So pretty. And here's that other one. I love this little birdhouse here. And there's a tiny bird right there. There are some butterflies that are a beautiful background. Then on this collection, you also have these little punch outs. Look at this, they're already perforated, so we can just go ahead and take them out. So I'm actually gonna do this so we can have these pieces. Look at the beautiful fairy mushroom house. Love that. Okay, so then you also get these small little 4x3 little cards. Love that. And then look at all these little cut aparts that you get on this page, and more beautiful background. Look how thick this cardstock is, and it's so glossy on the back as well. Here's another neutral and pink, and then this wood grain purple background. So pretty. So you only get 12 sheets and you get one of each, so I got 2, so I have enough to make this whole book. And if I have any leftovers, I'll probably do a journal as well. And let me show you this little 6x6. Now this one is so perfect if you want to do like cards. And whoops, I have the wrong way. Look at that. I love that they scaled down the design. I'm just gonna do a really quick flip through like this. Isn't that adorable? Oh my gosh, I love it. Look at this. I love that the cut aparts are bigger, so they did not scale down that, so you can fussy cut it and use it for any 3D imaging or cards, layers and things like that. So I'm not sure if I'll be using this smaller one, but I wanted to share that with you as well. So let's go ahead and get started. So I want to use these fairies on these 3 pages to make my pop-ups. So I'm going to separate this and put it on the side, and then I'll use this one. I might not, but I'm going to put it on the side here. I'm not going to use that, but I'm going to use these background pages. So we are going to cut these at 9 inches, and then we are going to fold this in half. So you can fold in half, or you can score at 6 inches. It will give you the same exact thing. So I'm just gonna fold. Oops. Here we go. And then I'm just gonna press down like that. Okay, look at that. So here's gonna be our first page or base page, and I'm going to pick 2 more. So besides the beautiful butterfly one, I think I'm going to use the flowers. So pretty. And actually no, I'm going to use these two other ones. Okay, so I'm gonna save this one over here too, and I'm gonna save these ones over here for now. So we're gonna cut these two again at 9 inches. So let me make sure that I have it right, just like this. Okay, and we're gonna fold this in half to create my page. There you go. Okay, so the more I think about this, maybe I'll just turn this album into like a combination of a journal and a book. I'm not sure. So the first thing that I want to do is to build my pop-up pages. So this is what we're doing. So I have the 3 pages that we're going to be using, and now I'm going to put this here for now. See how good and sturdy the cardstock is? Now I'm going to bring these fairies and I'm going to cut them. So I'm just going to fuzzy cut around them. Let me start with this one here. Here. Okay, so I'm just gonna go around the little fairy. I'm not gonna cut exact on the lines. I'm gonna give it a little border and just do this. Okay, and just go all the way around. Okay, so I have all of the pieces cut apart. Look how gorgeous these fairies are. I just love them. They're so cute. So I have a couple ideas on how to do different types of pop-up pages. Like this one is probably going to be something that comes from the side like this. And then this one will probably be something that comes and opens up like this. See the difference? Like this one will open like flat and this one won't open anyway. Anyway, so what I'm gonna do right now is attach the elements into the pages. So for that, I think on this side I'm going to need a connector piece, but for the other side I'm just going to simply fold a little edge here that I can glue onto the page. So I'm just gonna fold the corner like this, and we're gonna glue this down. But on this side, I definitely need a connector piece. So for the connector piece, I'm going to use the same paper as the base here. I'm just gonna cut a little piece like this, and I'm going to see if it's it has to be the size here of this page. So I'm just gonna cut this really quick. I'm just gonna do something simple like that, and we are going to score that piece right there. Now I'm going to just fold along the line, but you don't want to glue it like this. We're gonna glue it like this. So let me just press this down. So this is gonna be your connector piece. I'm just gonna add some glue, and I'm just gonna place that right here. Okay, there you go. And now I'm gonna bring this page. So now I'm going to not add it all the way here. So we're basically going to find a location where when you open the page, you can see the 3D effect. If we put it to the side too much, it's gonna open too flat, although it doesn't look bad either, but I do want to have a little bit more of a notice here. And so I'm just gonna glue this little piece probably about an inch away from the edge. Okay, so now I'm going to add some glue here, and I'm just going to place this. I'm gonna place this about an inch away from the edge, just like that. Okay, and then we're gonna place this one just like right here. Okay, so I'm not really measuring, I'm just trying to see to form a triangle there. So I'm gonna add glue right there and just kind of hold this. Oops, hold this right here for a little bit. How cute is this? Okay, alrighty, here we go. So now to close this page, well, first let's let it dry for a second. And on the mean, this is gonna stay like that, okay? It's not gonna open flat because you do want that effect. But I do wanna use some of these pieces that I cut out, and I'm just gonna place them along the bottom here like this. So I'm gonna just flip this over like that, and I'm going to score at 1/2 and 1, and then on the other side I'm just gonna score in 1/2 an inch, right? So I'm going to fold one side at 1/2 inch like that, and the other one is gonna have a 1/2 and a hole. So on one side it's going to be this little U shape, you can see, and on this other side you're just gonna have the one little flap, and we're gonna place this right here. So we're going to first glue the flap, oops, against the wall here. Okay, so we're gonna place that right there, and then on the other one we're just going to glue on the first 1/2 inch, and we're just gonna do this little U and glue it like this. Okay, so I'm gonna hold this and wait for this to dry for a minute, and see how that has a little bit of volume as well as the top. And then I have this other one that is also beautiful. Now this one I'll probably just add, I'll probably just glue it down to the page, but I am going to trim this just a little bit so it fits. So just like that. And I'm gonna glue just the bottom because maybe we can use this as a little pocket. So here we go. I'm just gonna place this down here, just like that. Okay, so far we have this, and let me see if I want to add another something here, so maybe we can add this on the back, and it gives it more volume, because now we have some depth into this page. So now this one I'm going to fully glue down. Okay, so here we go. And just to finish that little corner, I'm going to add this other piece right there. So I'm just gonna take off this section so it fits. I want it to fit right there like that. So I'm just gonna glue this down. I just love everything that has to do with fairies. It just makes me so happy. So this is why I want to do something very magical, very beautiful. So I'm just gonna turn this to the other side and take off the little extra right there. Okay, and there you go. That's our page is gonna look like. Now, because we need to close this, we have to find a bending point for this image. So I'm going to slowly close this and press this towards the inside just to find the bending line. And I think it's probably gonna be right there. Just like that. And I'm not really bending my angel, okay, so, or my fairy. So the fairy I'm not bending, I'm just pushing the fairy in, so she doesn't need to bend. And I'm just gonna bend the top part of it. So I'm just gonna close this and find the natural bending line. So if I close this like that, it's going to bend right here. So also we're gonna bend this bottom piece like that. Okay, so here we go. So I'm just gonna press down to really mark these two lines. And there you go. When you open it, it will look like that. It's so magical. And then here is a pocket. We can probably add something in here to add a picture maybe. Okay, so that is gonna be our first pop-up page, and now let's work on the next one. So this purple one, I think it's gonna be used with this one since the background has the same color. So now I'm going to use the sheet that where I fussy cut out this fairy, and I'm actually gonna use the other side of it, and I'm just gonna place her here, and I'm going to trace kind of over her a little area like this. And I don't know if you can see my pencil mark, something like that. And I'm just going to cut around that wiggly line, and I do want to make it wiggly because I want this to be this is going to be like a background for the fairy, but I want this to be very like soft, and we'll probably need to trim it a little bit more later on, so something like that. And then I'm going to score this piece at half. So let's see here, I'm gonna place this right there. So my piece measures around 9.5 inches, so I am going to actually, I don't know what, I'm gonna put it right there. This is where you want it. So it's around 4 3/4, and then you want to do 1/2 inch along the bottom, just like that. Okay, so now we're gonna fold along the score lines here, and I'm just gonna fold this in, and I'm going to fold this as well, and I'm going to cut the center like that, and also the edge just like that. Okay, so now we're gonna fold this in half like that, and we're gonna place it inside your page, and you're going to line up this little cut to the edge here on the center, and we're just gonna place it somewhere like this, and you want to make sure that nothing's sticking out. So in this case, since we have something coming out, I'm just gonna pencil mark what is out, like that. And I'm just going to, it's only on this side too, so I'm just gonna make this little piece a little bit more round, like that. Okay, and then I'm gonna try again and make sure that nothing sticks out. And there you go. So that's how you want to place your background. And now I'm just gonna glue this one side. You only want to glue that 1/2 inch, and I'm going to close this. Okay, and I'm gonna wait for this to dry, and then I'm gonna turn this to the other side, and we're gonna open that, and now we're gonna do glue on this other 1/2 inch here. Okay, just like that. And now we're gonna close these, and we're gonna wait for this to dry. So now we're gonna open this up, and now you have the background of your pop-up page. Now we're gonna add the little fairy. So then we're gonna grab a piece of our scraps, and I'm going to cut these the same size as the bottom of my fairy here, which is probably about 1 3/4. Okay, and then I'm going to score this piece. Let me put this over here. Okay, so we're gonna score this at 1/2 and 1 inches. Then I'm going to do 2 inches, 2 1/2, and 3 1/2. Okay, so you basically want to make this little shape like that. You want to make a little rectangular shape like this. So I'm going to cut that extra piece at the end, and all I want is this little piece. So I'm going to join these together here. I'm gonna put some glue. Okay, and then I'm going to glue this piece here on the back of my fairy. So you want to place it like that, flush against the bottom. Okay, so some glue and the fairy, just like that. Bring your piece over, and we are going to glue the bottom and the back. So I'm going to do back and bottom, and we're just gonna place these against the base like that. So you want to press down to the bottom and the back. Okay, and then we're gonna close it, and make sure that nothing comes out before you even glue it. So before you glue it, place your fairy there to make sure that her wings are not gonna stick out. So now I'm gonna wait for this to dry. And there you go. So this is the other type of pop-up page, and as you can see on the side, it has some volume, so it's kind of looks very three-dimensional. So now what I'm going to do is add a couple more elements into this page, like these little flowers. Maybe I'll put them somewhere here. I just want this to look a lot like a little garden, so I'm just gonna fussy cut this out instead of having it so rigid. I'm just gonna give it a little bit more shape to these flowers, and maybe a little bit more on this one, something like that, and something like that. And I'm going to add these little flowers here on this side using the same technique. So I'm going to grab this little piece of paper, and I am going to score. I'm going to score at 1/2, 1, 2, 2 1/2, and 3 1/2. Okay, and that's where I'm gonna cut it, and then I'm going to fold and make this little rectangular piece So I'm just gonna add my glue and just do the same thing here. Okay, so now we're gonna add this piece. Make sure that you are in the smaller sides to your image, because you want the longer side to be the separation in between the background and your image. Okay, so now I'm going to just place this here, wait for this to dry, and then we're gonna do the back and the bottom. And here we go. Now we're just gonna place these right here. So I can probably use my pencil to help me hold it down and push it back. Okay, and now we're gonna close these and make sure that this is dry. So this is what we have so far, and to add a little bit more interest, I'm going to add another layer of pop-up here. So I created the same little piece here, the square little mechanism, and a fussy cut around this beautiful little fairy mushroom house, so cute. So I'm going to glue this on my little rectangle and just place it like that. Okay, so make sure there's nothing sticking out from the bottom here. And instead of gluing these to the background, I'm going to add this piece into the other image. So we are creating a second layer here for this image. So even a little bit more dimension and depth into this page. So I'm going to glue the bottom all the way, and for the back I'm only going to glue the corner that is going to touch the other image, so like that. And I'm going to place it right next to that one and the bottom, just like that. And I'll give you a little close-up of how I am placing that right there, like that, like that. Okay, so cute. So now I'm going to close everything and just let that one piece dry too. And that is how this looks like. Super cute. And then I'm going to add this other image. This is from the cut apart, just to give it a little bit more color on the back here. This is definitely optional. I think it looks really cute. So I'm just gonna glue the bottom and have this piece kind of come out a little bit, but also do make sure that it's not going to cross the center line and it's not going to come out from your page. Okay, so that's how this pop-up page looks like. So here you have our first pop-up page and the second one. Let me know which one is your favorite so far. We're still gonna do a couple more, but I think for today I'm going to stop right here. I hope that you guys can join me next time, and I hope that you are crafting right along with me. I'm super excited to actually see this come together, because I still don't know if I'm gonna turn this into a journal, a mini album, or maybe just a simple pop-up book. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you would like to see, and let's just craft together. So I'll see you on the next video. I'm going to try to get this edited and uploaded as soon as possible. And I want to thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.